People are leaving Stafford, Texas. But why? We all thought that Stafford, Texas was an ideal location for family or investment. That's right, you heard me correctly. People are leaving. And whether Stafford, Texas is in your radar or you're just considering it, you might want to stay till the end because we're going to be talking about certain things that may or may not affect your decision. So you still don't believe me? Let's just go ahead and look at some facts. As we examine this image, we can clearly see that there's a movement of people that are leaving Stafford, Texas, and the majority of them are leaving to the West Coast. Furthermore, it says right here, 68% of Stafford homes research to stay within their metropolitan area, which that is good. But when they say metropolitan area, not necessarily means that they staying in Stafford. It could be Sugarland, Sugar City, or even Houston. As we read down below, it says Sacramento was the most popular destination among Stafford home buyers, followed by Austin, and San Antonio. Hi, and welcome to my channel, Dany Lopez, the Realtor, where my main purpose is to educate you, the viewer, on your next big purchase. Whether you're looking to invest, whether you are a first home buyer, whether you want information about a particular city that you're looking into. This is my main goal, and hopefully I accomplish that. And with that being said, let's proceed. First topic that we're going to be talking about is about property value increase and limited inventory. Now, you might be wondering why I'm going to talk about this, and it's because there has been a drastic increase on property value. But Dany, this is good. Yes, you're absolutely right. If you already own a home in Stafford, you're absolutely right. However, this limits the amount of first-time home buyer that could come in into the property, so hindering those that want to sell. And you might be telling me, Dany, I don't want to sell because there's no property taxes in Stafford, which it is true. I'm not really gonna touch this topic, but if we could hold that idea to later on this video. As we could see in the price trend charts, that since January 2020 all the way to October 2024, prices have increased, even the average and medium prices. Like mentioned before, there is a huge inventory shortage when it comes to properties in Stafford, Texas. As we could see on the image here, we could easily indicate that there are only 65 properties for sale currently in Stafford, Texas. And these property also include new construction. Now, I know in my previous video that I talked about Stafford, Texas, I mentioned that there is 0 to none new construction properties. Well, since then, there has been quite a few movement when it comes to new construction. For example, in the Park Hills Villas, right off Highway 90, they are building around 80 to 100 new homes. We could say that this is good. However, again, the price value of these homes tend to be anywhere from 350 to 450 depending on the type of the model that you end up picking. And most of these homes don't have big backyards, which if you are a fan of having cookouts, friends, having the kiddos running outside in the backyard, then this might not even work for you. Let's see what people have to say about Stafford. Stafford can be a great fit for many different types of people. This is true. When it comes to the surrounding areas, rent is high. This is also true, but real estate is average to below average. She's not lying. Stafford property does not have a large center of industry that provide high paying jobs, but these industries are a short commute. This person that wrote here really summed up everything that Stafford has to offer to you. Let's review the high rents. If we go back to the image that we saw prior, we could see the information that she was talking about when it comes to rent. Homes for rent, currently there is 18. The average rent is 2,440. Square footage is $1. Average square foot is 2,006. And the average of bedrooms is 3. For many of us, 2,400 could be a lot. depending your circumstances. Another point that was brought up is your job relocation and career change. Unfortunately, Stafford, Texas cannot provide this. You're gonna have to rely on other sources, and to be frank, you're gonna have to rely on other cities to look for jobs. This is being Houston, Sugarland, Missouri City, or even going out a little bit further, which adds up to your regular day travel commute. Next up, we could look of the lack of development. This really sucks because Stafford really needs it. Compared to other cities like Richmond, Katy, Sugarland, and even Flusher, Stafford falls short compared to their large scale communities that come with amazing amenities. You might be wondering, so what? What about these amenities? Well, what about if I tell you some of them have lazy rivers, Olympic-sized pools, splash pads for the kiddos. Some of them even have a fishing pond, and some of them even have a restaurant within their own community. Now, I know that this is not for everybody. You might not even care for these things, but these are reasons why people are upscaling to just have these options to themselves. Nevertheless, Stafford is working on some developments. As you can see in the red dot, that used to be the Texas Instrumental Fab and Semiconductor Operation. Throughout the years, this company shut down and this became a ghost town. It has not been since recently. As you can see, that new companies and new businesses have been established. For example, we have a Costco business center, and we also have quite a few new operating fast food chains. Also, if you didn't know, between Costco and In-N-Out in that big green area, a Target is being built. So there might be some few developments coming into Stafford, Texas. One of the topics that I'm bringing up and that you might be surprised is property taxes. If you don't know, Stafford is well known for the city of no property taxes. And why am I bringing this up? That is a good thing. Well, no property taxes in Stafford might be going away. Yes, you heard it right. And let's dig in. In 2021, an article was written by The Star from Fort Bend, and it goes as concerns grows over state of Stafford finances. That's right. It gives a brief history of how and who established the no property taxes in Stafford. But I think we want to know what's going on. This article covers a lot, from how the residents feel, how the city is portrayed, and what are the people in charge proposing. So let's read right here. To help you out, I'm gonna be reading where it says, the section says, and enter budget transfer. I'm just gonna be a little bit. And it says the last 2 budget years, they have taken 10 million out of a fund designed to help fund capital projects, including repair streets and sidewalk, investing in fire trucks and other things. Honorers said the money had to be transferred over to the general fund to take care of everyday expenses. Meanwhile, the streets deteriorates. And I continue. The city also transferred about 3.2 million from the Stafford Economy Development Corps to pay for projects in the city, according to city leaders. In the most recent budget, the city effectively took out a loan to pay some of the costs, Guerra said. So, this is a financial concern to many people, because if this still doesn't concern you, well, let me put you up to speed. In June of 2024, another article was written, and it reads as follows. City of Houston will make residents pay property taxes for the first time in 3 decades. Guys, this is real. Just to share some light of what this article says, it reads as follows. During Tuesday's City Council meeting, council members discussed a budget shortfall of 2.2 million. The financial outlook was grim, that the city leaders said they couldn't afford to hire new police officers or fix broken down police cars. Guys, it's becoming a financial burden on not being able to tax property taxes. So how long can this go? To sum up the article, it was put up for vote and the vote did not pass. So don't worry, your property will not be taxed yet. However, I don't see this being the last time they try. And for this same reason, there's people that are not gonna wait. They are taking action now, selling their property or moving out of Stafford, Texas, because if this does change, your mortgage will increase and most likely increase drastically. So you might want to keep that in mind. And since we just finished talking about safety, let's see what people have to say about safety. Stafford needs to implement more safety precautions as crime has been increased for the past few months, years. This was in January 8, 2023, right? So if there's no funding and they moving these funds from other departments just to keep up, it triggers other things. For example, safety. So if anything, that's another concern that we could just add, and it's the safety of Stafford. Last but not least, something to take in consideration is entertainment, nightlife, recreation, things to do around Stafford. And it really lacks that compared to the other cities. Let's see what people have to say. Very limited as far as entertainment and nightlife goes. They are right. It's a quiet town and people don't seem to really interact a ton. I might not agree with that. Not walkable. Very true. No public transportation at all. Very true. Security is fine, so it's not that bad, but crime has been increasing. As you can see, this review covers a lot of things that we just have covered. The entertainment or nightlife in Stafford is very minimal. As you can know, this city is mainly family orientated. Yes, we have restaurants that are building, like I mentioned before, which is good. I feel, if anything, with that big space that they have over there, in my opinion, that big area that they have where the Texas industry used to be, they should sort of build like a mall or some type of recreation that kids and family could go and have a good time. Guys, that is all I have to say for now. I hope that these points were useful, and if you're ready to purchase, if you're thinking or you would like more information about Stafford, I'll be more than happy to assist. Till next time, and have a blessed day.